United States title on the line. Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode.
Randy Orton centering their conflict around the SmackDown superstar top 10 list. Bobby Roode was ranked at number 5, Randy Orton at number 9 as voted on a SmackDown roster. And WWE Fastlane is presented by Tap Out Men's Body Sprays, now available in the fragrance aisle at Walmart. Despite Jinder Mahal's claims, Randy Orton says his only issue with Bobby Roode is that Roode's holding the only championship that eluded Randy in his illustrious WWE career, the United States Championship. Yeah, Bobby Roode made it clear that he's denied Jinder's claims and he doesn't respect Randy and wants to become the new legend killer. But despite all those denials, there is some serious tension heading into this matchup here between Randy Orton and Bobby Roode. I know Bobby Roode laced his boots up tight because he's about to step in the squared circle with one of the all-time greats. Our buddy JBL used to say if you were to build a WWE superstar from the ground up, it would look like Randy Orton. 10-time world champion, former Intercontinental champion, 2-time tag team champion, 2 Royal Rumble victories, and a former Mr. Money in the Bank. Say all that, Tommy, you might think, why is Randy not content? It's one simple word: legacy. Randy Orton wants his legacy to be filled with championships. Randy Orton wants to create a Hall of Fame career here in the WWE. I'm sure Randy's already done that, but the U.S. title would be a nice icing on the cake. This past January, a tournament was created by our general manager, Daniel Ryder, out here this evening at a family function. It was Bobby Roode who won the United States Championship at the conclusion of that tournament. And his mission is to be the greatest United States champion ever. Bobby Roode smiling confidently on the way to the ring, but you've got to know deep down inside, Bobby's got butterflies in his stomach. You don't step into the ring with one of the all-time greats like Randy Orton, despite what you've done around the world like Bobby Roode has, without a little bit of apprehension. I don't care if you're batting 300. If the first time you step in the batter's box, you're staring at Nolan Ryan, you're nervous. Nonetheless, Bobby Roode, Byron, he's been very confident over the last few weeks and months. And the times when we've talked to him, however, that tension between he and Randy Orton is there. Listen, we've seen it over the last couple weeks. Bobby Roode, the recipient of an RKO. We see Randy Orton, the recipient of a glorious DDT. Bobby Roode understands that this is a game-changing opportunity for himself and his championship reign.
You know, I can tell this is already going to end in some type of DQ from Jinder, or pretty much only one Singh brother. And then WrestleMania, I think I've said this before, will be a triple threat match for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. I feel like I know what's going to happen right here.
And his opponent, weighing in at 235 pounds, he is the United States Champion, the glorious Bobby Roode. For the first time ever, Bobby Roode one-on-one with Randy Orton tonight at Fastlane. You guys mentioned Bobby Roode's desire to be one of the all-time greats. The all-time greats throughout the history of this sport were able to take the tension, take the nerves, and channel and focus it into a positive outcome. We'll see if Bobby Roode can do that. because you can see it in the Viper's eyes. Orton is ready to capture another championship. A special night here at Fastlane on the road to WrestleMania. And Byron, here's a match that many people in WWE never thought they'd see, considering Bobby Roode's path here to WWE.
Oh, Bobby Roode will tell you he never expected to have this much. I mean, Bobby's been successful everywhere he's gone, all over the world, but never in his wildest imagination did he think that he would be here in WWE going one-on-one with Randy Orton.
Well, Grace, now that the moment is upon Roode, you're in there with one of the greatest of all time. How do you not let the pressure get to you?
Bobby needed to strike the pressure from his mind before his entrance music even played. Bobby needs to stay as calm as possible, because if there's one thing that Randy Orton excels at, it is just that. Staying cool, staying calm, sticking to his game plan.
And now Randy Orton, a drop toe hold, able to get the front face lock here on Bobby Roode, and now Roode spins out.
With a stalemate here in the early moments, both competitors are trying to feel one another out.
You can't ignore the discipline that a guy like Bobby Roode has. Always the first out here and do guest commentary just so he can scout his opponents a little bit better.
I would take absolutely nothing away from Bobby Roode. I think he's got a bright future despite everything that's happened to him in his past. Bobby Roode could be the future of SmackDown Live. That said, you're in there with the Viper, the original legend killer.
And one of the greatest for sure. And don't forget what this is all about, guys. It's about walking into WrestleMania as a champion for both Bobby Roode, for Randy Orton as well.
This says a lot right there about Bobby's mindset, able to plant his feet and actually down the slightly larger Randy Orton.
And you can take a look at Randy Orton, that left shoulder. Randy does have a history of shoulder issues, collarbone issues.
So I'm sure Bobby Roode is very familiar with those facts. Bobby, I'm certain, has done his homework before this matchup, arguably the biggest of his career. Any advantage you can get on the Viper, you take. Once again, Roode getting the better of Randy.
Talked about those nervous butterflies, Corey. I think they're beginning to dissipate now for Bobby Roode.
Entirely possible.
Roode on with a back elbow.
That is Randy Orton to a T. No wasted movement. Always aware of his opponent's position.
Watch this one more time. Look how confident Randy delivers that, and how cool he looks in this situation.
What about the agility of Randy Orton? I mean, that was incredible.
Bobby Roode, he knows what it means to get hit with an RKO out of nowhere. It's one of the things that he believes why Randy Orton wasn't higher on the SmackDown Top 10 list, because SmackDown superstars are sick of getting hit with it.
Well, again, you know, Randy has said publicly he doesn't care about being ranked under Bobby Roode on that list, but I've talked to some folks who say he was a little perturbed.
I want to draw attention to what we just saw in the corner there. Bobby Roode relented just for a moment, and Orton caught him with a wicked uppercut. That could be a difference maker here. And what a chop in answer.
Okay.
And Bobby Roode gets out of dodge.
That's how quick this entire match could have come to an end, and Randy knows it.
Look at the veteran move by the champion, rolling outside to regain his composure. Bobby realized he just dropped a potential match-ending blow.
That could have been catastrophic for the United States champion, and Randy Orton was pretty comfortable in this situation right now.
You're seeing the healthy respect that Bobby Roode has for Randy Orton. We just mentioned he's been on the receiving end of that RKO before.
Remember, champion's advantage goes here to Bobby Roode. Title can only change hands by pinfall or submission. Now Randy's 16-year veteran trying to round out his collection of titles here tonight against the United States champion.
Oh, wow. Bobby Roode just answered Randy with a taste of his own medicine.
A big uppercut for the Viper. And now Randy has got something in mind.
Glorious DDT.
Went for the glorious DDT, and there goes Orton.
Now Randy's turn to compose himself. Take a moment. Replan his game. I think we just saw Bobby Roode pick up the pace for a few moments. That might be what the champion needs to do to retain. Orton notorious for slow, methodical...
Okay, why is Jinder Mahal in his gear if he doesn't have a match tonight? There's a question for you.
We'll be watching Fastlane, but he said earlier, I'm the uncrowned United States champion.
Jinder Mahal's done a tremendous job of doing a lot of pot stirring between Bobby Roode and Randy Orton.
Listen, when this is the result, a great match between two singles competitors, I think we should thank Jinder Mahal.
It has worked, and it's all about this road to WrestleMania. Now, look as this match continues to get more and more physical. And Randy Orton not going to make the same mistake he made in the corner. No opportunity.
Roode hung out to dry across the top rope.
And now Randy Orton here's the cover and a kick out.
On the pinfall, you saw Randy Orton grinding the forearm into the face of Bobby Roode's ratted insult.
And that rope right into the midsection of Bobby Roode. And a glorious one is laboring.
And I think the forearm across Roode's face was just a little message from Randy Orton letting you know, I'm here. I didn't want to end it yet, but I can when I want.
And look at this, Randy Orton can toy with Bobby Roode now. Those shots to the midsection. Now Roode works out of the corner and drops Randy Orton.
Randy once again
to put away Orton and a kick out at one.
Randy favoring his shoulder the moment after that big clothesline from Roode.
There's been a target from Roode since the outset of this matchup, and now Randy Orton's got to find a way back and wincing in pain.
Randy favoring the shoulder, Bobby Roode favoring the ribs.
You see a little page out of Randy's book.
Yeah,
stomp whatever's available.
Yeah. A big knee drop right to the face, hook to the leg to retain the title and a kick out.
Enough cannot be said about how much time Bobby Roode spends studying every aspect of his opponent's game plan. Their offensive tendencies, their weaknesses.
Smart strategy by Roode now, just leaning all of his body weight down on Randy Orton, trying to figure out what the next step should be in his offensive attack.
Now Randy Orton trying to climb back up to his feet here at the hands of Bobby Roode, trying to get back into this United States Championship match.
Roode adjusting his position on the Roode shinlock to bring Randy back down to his knees.
Bobby Roode said, listen, I want to be the greatest United States champion of all time, and I know if I can somehow find a way to beat Randy Orton, that'll go a long way in giving me the credibility that I need.
This is where something you might not think much about, but the height advantage that Randy Orton possesses. Just getting to his feet makes it incredibly hard for Bobby Roode to keep that hold applied.
And again, a strike right to the ribs there of Bobby Roode. A little separation, but just like that, down goes Randy Orton.
Bobby still favoring his midsection after being hung on the top rope. And Bobby can pull this off.
And again, just trying to brace himself with a suplex. Didn't work out for Roode, but it did for Orton.
And Randy Orton needed that suplex reversal just to take a moment to regroup.
Wow, you know, this I bet the crowd is into this
so
match, but it's like
Bobby Roode.
it feels like they're sitting on their hands at the same time too.
Came prepared for this opportunity.
Yes, Byron Saxton is getting a chant now.
What Bobby Roode is all about, man, who's been on SmackDown Live a little less than a year.
Straight rights from Orton. Roode a little weary.
Roode trying to move, and a forearm shot there, and here comes Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode coming alive.
I'm the United States champion, trying to turn things around. Neckbreaker.
Bobby once again picking up the pace. This is what he did before that brought him some modicum of success.
And he's got Randy Orton down here for a moment. Bobby Roode is going up to the top turnbuckle.
Bobby looking to up the ante here.
Roode's going to have to reach pretty deep into his bag of tricks to pull out something big. This could be it.
Eyes fixed on the Viper. And dropping Orton.
Well-measured clothesline. Adrenaline starting to pulse through the United States champion.
Could be closing in on the
Oh, it's DDT.
Setting up for it. One of the glorious DDT, covered by Orton and a kick out. Oh.
Clothesline,
Right back on
clothesline,
Roode. Orton turned
power
the
slam.
Roode, power slam.
Just like that, advantage Viper.
And Bobby Roode doing the smart thing and rolling to the bottom ropes outside of the apron.
Champion's advantage. You must be pinned or submitted to lose your championship. Bobby Roode's aware of that.
I don't think Bobby wants to be there right now.
You can't lose the United States title on the ring apron.
Randy is well aware, and you can in the process suffer this, Corey.
This is position, Randy Orton awaits his opponent. Goes out to the apron now. Oh, and hung up on the top. And Orton just taking his time, sliding back into the ring. Oh!
Roode gets both boots up.
Bobby Roode standing on the second rope here. Blockbuster! Trying to crawl to a cover here to retain his title at Fastlane and a kick out.
Bobby Roode still favoring his ribs. Even after delivering the blockbuster, you can tell Bobby's in a great deal of pain. Could have injured ribs.
His breathing's been certainly thrown off here in this match by Randy Orton, and that impact off of the blockbuster is still hurting him.
But to Roode's credit, still on the prowl, still the aggressor here. Despite whatever damage has been done to those ribs.
Now Randy Orton into the corner, caught Roode.
Hello.
Oh, and Bobby Roode firing back. Oh, gosh. There's a thud on that one. There's going to be a thud on the other side of this. Randy Orton.
DDT.
This time the plan was executed by Orton.
And Roode right where he want him. And capitalized.
I don't know if Bobby knows where he's at right now, but you can imagine he feels the United States title slipping through his fingers.
On the flip side, Randy Orton knows exactly where he's at. He knows where he's going. He's going to that place.
Okay, yo.
And WWE's Apex Predator poised and ready to strike. Went for
Nope.
the KO.
DDT.
Coming back.
No.
Another counter by Orton.
Oh, Orton collapses into the cover and a kick out. Bobby Roode staggers back up to his feet. Randy Orton right on top of the champion. And the challenger is sent outside. And this buys Bobby Roode some valuable time.
What a battle. Both of these superstars obviously studied one another. Their offenses, counters for the counters. This has been back and forth. Truly one of the great United States title matches.
The question here is, I was going to say, does Bobby Roode try to settle for the count-out victory? I guess the answer is no.
That's not the kind of champion that Bobby Roode has been.
You don't go down as one of the all-time greats by escaping with victories in that fashion, especially with WrestleMania on the horizon.
A count of three. Bobby Roode trying to send. Oh! And there goes Roode into the barricade.
Randy needs to get Roode back in the ring. Oh, no.
Small of a back into the point of the barricade.
The referee's count continues.
Count of seven here. Randy's got to get Roode back inside the ring. And tosses the United States champion back inside.
Veteran experience.
Orton in pursuit to win the title and a kick out.
Veteran experience from Orton. Maximize the damage you can do outside the ring and get back in just in time.
Bobby Roode's body has got to be racked with pain after being deposited across the top of the barricade. If he had any core strength left before that, it's gone now.
This all goes back to Roode's decision to be the aggressor and stalk Randy Orton outside that ring, and Orton was ready for him.
Now depositing Bobby Roode up on the top turnbuckle. Randy Orton straight right to the face of the champion. This is where Randy Orton can be merciless, going up top here.
The land of hazardous results.
Bobby Roode in a bad position here at Fastlane. Randy Orton trying to pry it off. And now look at Bobby Roode trying to turn this around.
Roode knows if Randy hits this, it could be curtains for his United States title reign.
Oh!
Desperate champion fighting with everything he's got left. Bobby's trying to figure out what to do.
And Bobby Roode went for the sunset flip, trying to take Randy Orton off.
Cover Roode.
Bobby Roode falls into the cover. Orton kicks out. Crazy talked about the punishment that Bobby Roode has taken. The same goes for Randy Orton. These two have been dishing it out all match.
Well, absolutely. Each man has had an answer for the other, seemingly throughout the duration of the entire matchup. And now you can see the champion questioning, what do I have to do next? What do I have left to throw at Randy Orton?
This is scary for Bobby Roode. If that cloud of frustration is beginning to hover, you cannot allow it to exist. You have to keep your confidence. Stay on your game.
And Bobby Roode going back out to the apron, and again, just trying to collect himself, trying to breathe with those injured ribs, but now he's up top.
I don't know if I like this strategy, but Roode utilizing a Hail Mary. Oh! Did not pay off.
And Orton just pushed out the leg. And Bobby Roode in a world of pain.
Look at the smirk on Orton's face. Randy realizes he just bought himself a few extra moments.
And Orton's going to try this again, perhaps looking for a superplex.
Going for broke. It's about the United States title.
Bobby Roode in a bad way.
All the way to the top.
Randy Orton on the top rope. Superplex.
Picture perfect. No one does it better. I think Orton might have hurt himself a little bit too in the process. You don't fall from that height without repercussions. Bobby Roode, without a doubt, takes the worst of that.
Randy Orton trying to get to the cover here. Shoulders down on Bobby Roode. Got his left shoulder up.
Man, that was close.
Let's take another look at the incredible height and, most importantly, the incredible impact. Randy Orton with a textbook superplex all the way from the top.
Show me that again. Show me that again. Just think about it. Show me that again, Kevin. Just freeze it at the top for Randy when he's on that top rope.
Oh, not that Byron's making audible calls in the truck. Let's take a look at this. Look at the positioning. Randy Orton is what, 6'4", 6'5". You put Bobby Roode on top of that, all the way from the top rope. Roode's crashing down from somewhere in the area of 10, 12 feet high. That is painful.
And now Orton and Roode exchanging blows. Both men hobbled here in this fight. Oh!
And a kick right to those injured ribs.
It has become a battle for the United States Championship here at Fastlane.
Did you expect anything less?
Don't believe it's 6 o'clock right now. It's 7.
Oh, now by Roode thinking about the backside here. Orton able to kick out.
DDT!
Roode once again looking for the DDT.
Thought about the RKO. Oh, Spinebuster.
Yeah!
Put away Orton. Kick out. Wow.
How many close calls can you have in one match?
Once again, Roode appears to be questioning himself. Was I well prepared? Here you see Orton looking for an RKO. Bobby with the presence of mind to reverse and plant Randy with a picture-perfect spine buster, but the Viper survives.
This is how bad both these men, Bobby Roode wants to go to WrestleMania as United States Champion. It's how bad Randy Orton wants to win that United States Championship for the first time in his career.
And Bobby Roode back up to his feet. His pathway to New Orleans. The only obstacle is Randy Orton right now.
Well,
He was looking for dominant position momentarily, but Orton answered with a sharp elbow.
Yo, this match feels low-key really long for some reason. I don't... RKO! It's over! 1, 2, 3, new United States champion! Wow, it looks like I was wrong.
That was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Every opponent.
Well, didn't see that one coming.
Every title Randy Orton has now held. The one championship that has eluded the Viper throughout his storybook career now belongs to him.
In case you forgot, in case you don't remember how good that man really is, Randy Orton just reminded everyone.
It only takes one. Bobby Roode with another Hail Mary attempt. And Randy Orton right in place. Boom.
RKO.
RKO out of absolutely nowhere. Randy Orton is the United States champion.
You can't blame Bobby Roode for going for the whole run. He had to. It's one of the greatest ever.
And now Jinder wants a shot at the belt, which a match we don't need to see again with Randy and Jinder.
Maybe the pot needed stirred once again. Here comes the modern day Maharaja.
Mahal set up a kickoff show tonight that the United States Championship is his. Called himself the uncrowned champion.
Listen, Orton just competed in a grueling match.
Oh, and Jinder Mahal, an attack on the new United States champion.
Wait a minute, Bobby Roode coming to the aid of the Viper.
Glorious DDT.
Wait a minute, Roode's not finished yet.
Hold on. Wait a minute. One for Orton. I think it's clear Bobby Roode obviously frustrated. From the fight, he just lost the United States Championship. And for a brief second there, you saw the respect that Roode has for Orton, taking on Jinder Mahal. But the man's got to be disappointed. He just lost the title less than 4 weeks now until WrestleMania.
Listen, it's not
And I missed what happened.
an unsolicited RKO at the hands of the new United States champion.
Well,
There's a proud man there, Bobby Roode, and now has to somehow come
I'll just go on a limb saying something happened.
champion. His mission is to become the greatest United States
So, do we turn him heel from heel or what?
challenge of his career today, and he did not get the job done tonight at Fastlane.